Hi, my name is Beth, and you're listening to the Canna Fitness and Nutrition Podcast, where we are hanging out at the intersection of fitness, nutrition, and cannabis. Thank you so much for pressing play today. I'm super excited that you're here because that means that you are also interested in fitness, nutrition, and cannabis, just like I am and just like millions of other people out there. So I know you're out there. I know it's hard to find other people that are actually doing this because a lot of people seem to be closeted, is what I'm finding out. The more I'm out there talking to you and in the dispensaries and at fitness things, I'm finding out that there's a lot of us, guys. There's a lot of us that are into fitness, a lot of us that are into nutrition, a lot of us that are doing it with cannabis, a lot of us that are closeted and not sharing that we're using cannabis and it's actually helping our fitness and nutrition. So people are losing weight, we're getting in shape, having better workouts because of cannabis, and that's what we're here to talk about today. We are going to talk about strains for gains, and actually, I'm going to ask for your input today, because if you listen to this strains for gains episode, I would love it if you would write me back and just shoot me an email and tell me what strain you use for gains, right? It's Beth at cannafitnessnutrition.com, and I want to know, what's your strain for gain? Well, we're going to talk about the whole picture today. So I'm going to get to strains in a minute. But first, I want to just mention that I'm saying strains for gains because it's catchy, okay? Really, when we talk about gains in the gym, if you're a gym person, then you know I'm just talking about being in shape, right? And that looks different for everybody, right? Some of us are out here trying to grow as big of muscles as possible. Some of us are out here trying to lose fat. Some of us are out here trying to be more flexible. Some of us are out here just trying to clear our minds for 30 minutes a day, right? Some of us are trying to work out aggression. All of that I consider gains, right? Fitness is for our health. Fitness is for our well-being. Fitness makes us feel good, makes us look good, makes us feel better, makes us look better. It just helps with everything, right? I mean, if you're listening to this, I probably don't have to convince you about fitness because you're probably already doing it. And if you're not, then I hope that this inspires you to get out there and get moving, because it really is the best way to feel good. Moving and being in your body is what we were meant to do, is what we were made to do. We were made to move. So I hope that you are moving. And if you're struggling with it, then I'm glad you're here too, because maybe this will help. When we're talking about gains in the gym, we're talking about your particular goal. And that might be bigger muscles. It might be less fat. It might be more mobility, right? It might be whatever it is that you're working on. And when it comes to the success or the gains, as you will, it's actually more than one thing. In order to really achieve any goal in the gym, it's going to take proper exercise. It's going to take proper preparation, proper technique, proper nutrition, proper hydration, proper rest, and proper recovery. Okay, let's say that again. Preparation, technique, nutrition, hydration, rest, and recovery. Now, those could all be separate episodes, right? And as a trainer, you know I could spend all day talking about all of those. If you're new to me, I apologize. If you're new to me, I have been a personal trainer for almost 2 decades. So that is my area of expertise. I am certified in nutrition as well, of course, because that goes hand in hand. And I am a certified nutrition educator and coach. And so what I do is I put it all together. So what I'm here to tell you today is that if you're looking for the ultimate gains, if you're looking to build muscle, if you're looking to lose fat, increase your mobility, all of those things, any of those things, you're going to need preparation, technique, nutrition, hydration, rest, and recovery, right? In addition to your cannabis. Cannabis is what it's going to do is enhance those things, right? So let's talk about preparation for a quick sec. Preparation. This, to me, what this means is goal setting, right? If you're going to succeed with your goal, whether that's build bigger muscles, lose a dress size, be more flexible, touch the floor with your hands when you bend forward, that kind of thing, then you need to set a goal. It's not going to happen by just winging it and doing it when you get a chance, right? It's going to happen when you dedicate time multiple times a week, multiple times a month on a consistent basis. That's what I mean by preparation. Setting aside time, all right? Setting aside time. Technique, right? You're going to need proper technique in order to make gains. If you want bigger muscles, you need to make sure that you're working all of the muscles. You can't just work chest muscles, right? I know that's kind of old school bro-y, but Monday's chest day. Well, don't skip leg day. All of those kind of old school bro-y things. That's all very true. You can't get bigger biceps if you're only doing chest, right? If you're only doing upper body, you're not going to burn fat around your legs. Well, I shouldn't say it like that. You're not going to have as much success if you're only doing upper body, right? You got to do legs too. If you want to tone up certain areas, no, you can't spot reduce, but you also have to work that area. You can't just ignore areas. So you have to have proper technique. And even deeper than that, if you are trying to deadlift, for example, it's really important that you have proper technique on your deadlift, or you're risking putting yourself at risk for an injury, right? And then you're not going to get anywhere. If you're injured, you can't do anything. Right? So technique is really important. If you're trying to become more flexible, if you want to be able to touch your toes or reach the floor with your hands when you bend forward, you're going to have to stretch in that direction and work on your technique. You're not going to get there if you bend backwards, right? So technique is important. So do some homework. I mean, this is why I will always be a personal trainer, even though I've added on all these other services to CannaFit. In addition to training, coaching, nutrition coaching, cannabis coaching, classes, all the things, at the end of the day, I love exercise technique and I love coaching exercise technique. It is so critical and so important. And every day someone says to me, oh my gosh, that small thing made a difference. That small correction made a big difference. It made it harder, made it feel better. This and that, I felt the muscle more. It's really important. So technique, so just planting that seed for you. Nutrition, right? If you're trying to gain muscle, if you're not eating adequate protein, you're not going to gain muscle. You're probably just going to gain fat, right? There is science to it. It's really important that you have proper nutrition. Same thing if you're trying to lose fat. If you're trying to lose fat, you have to be eating, again, a certain amount of protein. You have to be balancing out your macronutrients, your carbs and your fats, and you have to have a balance that works for you, right? There's no one size fits all when it comes to nutrition. It has to work for you, but it has to be there. You can't go into gains, either gaining muscle, losing fat, or both, without proper nutrition. Same thing with hydration. Hydration is what creates recovery. So hydration is what helps bring all of the food and oxygen back to your muscles to help them recover so that you can be fresh again and be ready to work out again and feel good, and to be more flexible. And that's how you get to the next day and the next step and the next stage and see results, right? It all actually starts with your hydration. So hydration, you're not going to get anywhere without hydration. Rest and recovery too. That's so important. When you exercise, when you work out, your body, your muscle breaks down, microscopically breaks down, creates these tiny, tiny tears. And then again, your body uses your hydration, your food to bring nutrients back to those muscles, right? In your blood, through your blood, and brings nutrients back to the muscles. They repair themselves. They're pretty cool. They repair themselves, and then they build themselves back stronger. That's the whole cycle. So in order to do that, though, you have to rest and let your body recover. It can't recover if you're constantly going and you're not giving your body adequate rest. So where does cannabis come in, right? If those are the big things, cannabis can enhance all of these things. Cannabis can enhance your preparation, right? It can make you more focused, more motivated, more organized, especially if you tend to be a little scattered or have ADHD or tend to lean ADHD. You probably have trouble with goal setting and prioritizing, planning, and organizing, time management. Cannabis can help you focus. A lot of my clients struggle with ADHD symptoms, and cannabis allows them to focus and hone in and set goals and then actually achieve those goals, right? Same thing goes with technique. In the gym, if you tend to be a little scattered, a little fuzzy, not clear while you're exercising, using cannabis while you work out will help you focus and zone in. Cannabis connects your mind and your body together, so you have a better brain muscle connection to get more out of each exercise and to have better form, right? If you're always hurting yourself on deadlifts, try, and you like cannabis and you're open to using this, having a cannabis strain or even a CBD or a CBG that is not intoxicating will help you better connect to your muscles so that you can feel what's supposed to be working. When you deadlift, you're supposed to feel your glutes and your hamstrings, not your low back. And you're also supposed to feel your lats, just FYI. You should feel your lats. So if you're having trouble connecting your brain to your lats, your glutes and your hamstrings, then having some CBG or THC, whatever you like, while you work out is going to help your brain connect to those muscle groups so that you get more out of it. Nutrition, right? I talk about this a ton, right? But cannabis can enhance your nutrition because it makes you more present and mindful. You are more here, now, present, mindful, and focused when you use cannabis, allowing you to make better decisions, right? It reduces impulsivity. What I find with my clients who focus on nutrition with their cannabis is that it stops the impulsive eating. It stops the food noise, right? Especially CBD, which is amazing. It stops that food noise, that lingering, oh, I should eat this. Oh, I really want to eat that. It takes that away so that you can focus on just eating good quality food and making sure that you're hitting your protein goals, and your carb goals and all of those things. Same thing goes with hydration, right? You're not only are you more present and focused, you're more in tune with what your body needs. You're going to have heightened sensations of thirst. You're going to have heightened sensations of hunger where needed. You're going to have heightened sensations of fullness. You're going to feel and you're going to be able to more accurately and correctly and more often give your body what it needs in terms of nutrition and hydration because you're more tuned into your body. Rest and recovery. Cannabis, this is almost, I don't even have to say it, but because so many types of cannabis bring calm, recovery, relaxation, and sleep, your body does all the repair while you're asleep. I will tell you that straight up. So you've got to sleep. If you're not sleeping, you're not recovering. If you're not sleeping, you're probably sore all the time. You're probably not feeling great. You're not recovering well. So you need to sleep and recovery. So cannabis can incredibly increase your sleep, rest, recovery, relaxation. If you're not sleeping, you need to look into CBN. That right now it's a newer cannabinoid, but what they're finding is that it's really helpful for not only promoting sleep, but helping you stay asleep. So cannabis is a tool. Now, let's look at it, let's take a step back, bigger view here. When you go to a dispensary, a lot of times things are classified as indicas, sativas, and hybrids, right? So if those are your choices, right, if you're shopping and those are your choices, you're going to generally, again, very generally, this is not super specific, but generally your sativas are going to be your energizing types of cannabis. And again, everything is when you go to a dispensary, pretty much everything is classified as indica sativa hybrid, whether it's a gummy, a drink, a joint, a flower, all of the things. They're all classified as indica sativa because it's just easy. It's just simple, right? We like to keep things simple. So sativas are going to be your energizing. So those are going to be the things that give you energy, give you focus, give you motivation. So you're looking for your goal setting and your technique and your motivation to get up and go to the gym and feeling like you can. All of those things are going to come from your sativas. Your rest and recovery and your sleep, those are going to be the things that come from indicas. Those are typically, the old saying, indica. That's why they say that, is because it tends to be more relaxing and sedating. But again, you might want that for more of a yoga session or a stretch session or just post-workout. Whereas your sativas, because they're more energizing, that might be the type that you want to use during your workout, right? If you're looking to use something during your workout, I suggest a sativa, right? Or a hybrid that has, sativa leaning. Hybrids are a mix. That's literally what they mean, right? Hybrid is a mix of sativas and indicas. So you're going to get a little bit of both. Now, some people love hybrids because it does give you a little bit of both and it gives you the best of both worlds, right? And some people, you just have to try it and see, because all hybrids are going to be in different percentages of sativa to indica, then it's going to depend. So you're going to have to try. I personally think it's fun to try all these different ones and see how they feel, how you feel on them. And so you might also think that's really fun. If you don't, then that's okay. Find one you like and stick with it. But so again, indica is going to be more calming, relaxing, that kind of stuff. I will say that, and what I've noticed in the dispensary is that people are coming in and they're really concerned with the percentage of THC in things. It's not as important as you think it is. I'm just going to leave it at that, and maybe we'll do a separate episode about that, because it's not going to affect you in that way, the percentage of THC, sativa, indica, that you're more likely to choose one based on a sativa versus indica or the terpenes than you are going to be percentage wise, right? Percentage wise, we're really focused on just getting high, getting stoned, creating that effect. But when we're talking about fitness and nutrition, and strains for gains, we're not always talking about trying to get as high or blazed as possible. So if that's your thing, I can totally be happy to have a separate conversation about that. But for today, we're kind of just talking general sativa and indica. Now, popular strains. Now these are just common because I recognize that you could live anywhere. And there are common, strains that you see more worldwide than others, whereas some are more localized. So some common ones that are great for energy, focus, motivation, that get up and go, the thing that's going to get you at the end of your day wanting to work out, the thing that's going to bring you focus during your workout so that you can feel your muscles better and stay focused on your workout and not worry about what's going on in the other room or what happened at work today. Really focus your mind on your workout. You're going to get more out of it. Stop worrying about what happened earlier today. Stop worrying about what's going to happen later. Focus on your workout and you're going to get more out of it. So popular strains for that: Green Crack, Durban Poison, Sour Diesel. Those happen to be some of my favorites as well, because that's me. I need the energy. I need the focus. I love that feeling. I love not being distracted, not having my mind constantly wander, distracting me with things. Green Crack, Durban Poison, Sour Diesel. On the opposite end of the spectrum, strains for recovery: Harlequin, Canatonic, Blue Dream. Again, those are just some common ones that you probably could see anywhere, find anywhere, that are going to help on the other end of the spectrum. The calming, the stretching, the relaxation, the sedation, the sleepiness, that rest and recovery that is critical to your gains, right? So again, just as a review, strains for gains, it's more than just picking out strains, it is important to know the very basics of sativas and indicas and hybrids and how that'll impact your workout. But also know that in order to make gains in the gym, whether that's building muscle, losing fat, increasing mobility, you're going to need to prepare, set goals, set time frames, set time aside. Make sure you have proper technique, proper nutrition, proper hydration, proper rest, and proper recovery, and proper cannabis to help enhance all of those aspects. If you want more personalized information, I'd love to chat about it with you. My email again is beth@cannafitnessnutrition.com. I do hang out on Instagram at Beth_cannafitnessnutrition. I have a 12-week program. I call it Total Transformation, where we go through your fitness, nutrition, and cannabis use all together to put it all together and optimize it all so that you can achieve whatever your goal is, whether that's muscle gain, fat loss, mobility, lose a dress size, whatever that goal is. And remember your homework. If you're listening to this, I want you to drop me a note and tell me, what is your strain for gain? What is the strain that you are loving right now that is helping you with your goals in the gym? Drop me an email. It's Beth@cannafitnessnutrition.com, or drop me a DM on Instagram, Beth_cannafitnessnutrition. So that is all for today. Thanks for listening to Strains for Gains, and I will see you next time.